first thing that we in fact try to look at is Rahul Gandhi is in fact planning to visit Manipur, and interestingly, when it comes to Manipur, there is also a very big story. There has been stories of how Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, has been trying to ensure that he reaches out to the cookies. But right now, it is being said that there is a complete kind of a cold shouldering that is happening on the part of the cookies, and saying that they will not go for any of those kinds of outreach programs as such. Interestingly enough, we are also trying to understand as to whether the peace committee that was initially formed will in fact kickstart, but it seems to be a complete non-starter, with all of them having a lot of reservations on it. Well, this is the story that I would in fact take up. Rahul to visit relief camps, meet with civil society in Manipur. The Hindu has in fact taken up that story, and what it says is that former Congress chief Rahul Gandhi will be visiting violence-torn Manipur on June 29th and 30th. The Congress announced on Tuesday, and that this was tweeted by KC Venugopal in his particular tweet that he had posted yesterday, and he said that the visit will be to also interact with the civil society representatives in Imphal and Churachandpur district as well. Now, Manipur has been burning for nearly 2 months and desperately needs a healing touch to that society can move from conflict to peace, is what is being said. So Rahul Gandhi there planning to have a visit to Manipur, and we are in fact also tracking that story on 29th and 30th, as he in fact even meets the inmates of the relief camps in Manipur. Well, the Congress has been questioning Prime Minister Narendra Modi's silence on the violence in Manipur on June 24th, when Home Minister Amit Shah had convened a meeting of all parties in Delhi. Gandhi had tweeted questioning the government's seriousness on the issue. Now, there's also the question of politics that has come in regard to this, and interestingly enough, an all-party meeting that was called by the Prime Minister is not in the country. It is clear this meeting is not important for the Prime Minister, is what Gandhi had tweeted that day. So it's an interesting article that's coming in on Rahul Gandhi's visit to Manipur, and it is a big meeting as well, and a big development. The question being asked is that why, when the violence was in fact being raging from May 3rd onwards, no kind of an effort was in fact being carried out when it comes to and one of the things that we have come to also highlight when it comes to Manipur, especially on this, is that there were issues that were in fact reported by the army as well. The army had in fact said that there are issues when it comes to the handling of the situation in Manipur, especially with a large number of women's group who are in the process trying to release militants and also acting as human shields for the rioters as well. So this is a big challenge that the army has been facing in Manipur. But then within this cauldron, we have also politics at play. The question over here being asked also is that well, the opposition leaders could have made it earlier to Manipur as well to gauge the ground situation. The violence started from May 3rd onwards. Mind you, it started from May 3rd onwards, and today we are talking about June 28th, and since June till June 28th, we have only Amit Shah, the Home Minister, in fact visiting the region for 4 days and trying to broker peace. But it looks like things are not heading in the right manner, because no matter how much of efforts he's done, a lot of issues have cropped up. He tried to announce a 51 panel peace committee, but in there also there were people who were not being consulted, is what many of them who were nominated to that panel were saying. But peace was a non-starter in the beginning itself. Meanwhile, a lot of reservation is there when it comes to the issue of Biren Singh being part of this, and that has also been one of the issues that has been highlighted over here. Anyway, I was talking about the second story about Manipur, and as after Rahul Gandhi's visit to the story on the Rahul Gandhi's visit to the camps in Manipur. Interestingly enough, I think you should also take a look at this page where there's a story of Manipur governor meets Amit Shah, and in the big headlines that we see over here, we can see what it is written in this manner also. It is being said that Manipur governor meets Amit Shah, cookie groups rejects CM's outreach. Now, this is the big question that's been asked over here, is that if there is no possibility of some kind of a trust that can be built when it comes to the issue about getting both of them onto the table, it is going to become very difficult. So this is a big story coming in from Manipur, where Manipur governor meets Amit Shah, and you have the cookie groups reject CM's outreach, and besides this, you have Rahul to visit the relief camp, meet with the civil society members. Let me read out some excerpts of that particular story as well, and in fact we will get more insights into it. Manipur governor Anusuya Uke met Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday and informed him that after his visit to the state, peace and normalcy has been restored to a certain extent. So the governor in fact saying that there is some kind of an impact with the Home Minister visiting the home state of Manipur, and that there is some kind of peace that is there on the ground, and that is something that has become a welcome point as well. Ms. Oke apprised the Home Minister of the present security situation in the state, and that Raj Bhavan had also said in a tweet about what else was in fact planning out with regards to that meet. Meanwhile, Cookie Group said that they would not accept Cookie Groups said that they would not accept any outreach of Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, as they accuse him of perpetrating the violence against them. So there is a huge trust deficit that we are facing when it comes to the issue about both the partners coming onto that panel to speak. So that is also something of a big concern. So here, earlier, they had rejected a peace committee chaired by the governor, as it also had included Biren Singh. And on June 25th, Singh met Home Minister in Delhi. He was advised to reach out to all stakeholders. Now, Amit Shah is telling Biren Singh that you have to meet out, you have to go and speak to all the stakeholders, you have to ensure that the cookies are also on the peace panel. But that is not the situation that is welcoming them at right now. You have so many issues that are coming up when the peace panel is being set up as well. Let's in fact listen into what Ibobi Singh had to say when it comes to the Manipur situation.
10 political party representatives, even his own party ministers, MLAs also, he is not yet met. Sometimes, yesterday also, in our national level, political party leaders, chaired by Honorable Home Minister, that is also I mentioned. And before also what we are speaking, we said that, even yesterday in the meeting also I said that, what we are expressing, our views, our comments, what we say, it is exactly what the people, or what they feel, and this is their voice. Whether Manipur is a part of this vast country or not, whether this Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji is the Prime Minister of India, excluding Manipur or not. So let us know whether Manipur belongs to this vast country or not. Even that is also what we feel. This is what we mentioned in our meetings. And I don't know nothing, just I watched yesterday's meeting. Other our colleagues, honorable MPs, both from left party, CPIM, and JDU also, honorable MP is on the dais. He is strongly pressurized to the government of India, particularly to the honorable Home Minister. And it is just in the conclusion, just I watched. They didn't say anything, they didn't take any resolution. Even from our colleague, TMC MP, Shri Oberoi, she suggested about a all political party delegation team wanted to visit Manipur and see what is the situation is there. That is also.
Well, that is a talk on the probable visit and also the situation where other opposition parties also need to speak up from Ibobi Singh. And there was also a circular that we were in fact speaking about. Remember that circular which said that no work, no pay circular that was issued by the Manipur government, which technically forces 1 lakh state employees, the state government employees, to come back to work. Now, when it comes to this, a lot of people have said that it is a dangerous situation for them. There are people who've been posted in government service and they have been posted in the hills when their origins are from the valley. And those who have been in the valley whose origins are in the hills are also quite scared to return to work. But this particular circular that has been sent out saying no work, no pay has been quite affecting a lot of these communities. And now there's a reaction to this. Who's reacting to it? According to Hindu, this is what is being said, that the circular has been opposed. The Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum opposed the June 26 no work, no pay circular issued by the Manipur government. This order, which demands the attendance of the government employees of their place posting, it's unrealistic, insensitive, and malified, is what they have said. The forum said that the tribal communities, which constitute a portion of the state government's workforce, has been subjected to inhumane treatment in the Imphal Valley since May 3rd, and homes, properties, personal documents, and belongings were looted and burnt, leaving them without any means to return to work for their residents. They urged the union government to withdraw the order. So there is a huge pressure right from the state government employees themselves who've been given the circular that they don't want to report to work because of the kind of possibility of that violence. Many of them had also raised that issue. Well, joining me on the show is Pankaj Mishra, my colleague, who has also been going through the papers. And Pankaj, when we come to Manipur, I mean, two very important developments that have happened. Rahul Gandhi to visit Manipur. My question is that Manipur has been burning. It took a long time for the union government also to address the issue. And now it seems that probably from May 3rd and today is June 29th, let's see, it's going to be almost 2 months. It takes 2 months for a leader of another political party to actually visit Manipur. So it looks like Ibobi Singh was that, is Manipur part of India or not? The question is, we should be asking all the political parties in this country, is Manipur part of India or not? Because all of you all have woken up late to what is happening in Manipur. Your comments on it, Pankaj?
Well, definitely, Varghese, Ibobi Singh, or for that matter, Congress, have been, there was a delegation that was formed earlier to attend to the Manipur crisis by the Congress, and Ibobi Singh was part of that. It was a 7 or 8 member delegation. But Rahul Gandhi, obviously, being the face of the Congress as of now, has taken heed of it and is heading to Manipur. That's what the plan says. Uh, yes, it raises a lot of questions. If you have to point finger at the government, especially of the BJP, then obviously you also need to be steer clear of any doubt or aspersion whether you are interested or you are committed to the state's cause or not. Rahul Gandhi obviously had earlier also faced a flack, I would say, when he did this Bharat Jodo Yatra from October, November of last year till January of this year. And he was also, in a way accused of negating Northeast. He did not cover Northeast. He started with from Kanyakumari and then went up to Srinagar from the southern and central part of the country. Now, having said that, why I think it is still worthy of a shot is the fact that now, as of now, the government is on a back foot as far as Manipur is concerned. And both the chief minister of Manipur and the central government are facing the heat on how to control the situation, how to douse the fire that is there. Now, Rahul Gandhi has of late shown by way of either social media or his constant communion with the grassroots level society where he's seen riding a truck, taking a truck from Delhi to Chandigarh. For that matter, yesterday only pictures surfaced of him working at a mechanic shop and fixing a motorbike. So all those aspects have made him closer as of now in the people's side to the masses. And his visit to Manipur obviously comes as the last resort that Congress could go to, and using him and sending him to Manipur would only complicate matters for the BJP, because till now they haven't had a handle on the situation, and the armed forces too are facing a difficult time in a way to restore peace and normalcy there. So yes, I mean Congress at this point of time sending Rahul Gandhi was the best option. Too little, too late. If that is what the scenario appears to be, well, then I would say that the first finger that will be pointed at will be at the ruling dispensation and at the center, because it is already facing a flag that when Manipur was burning, the top leaders of BJP were actually canvassing for the Karnataka elections, and that's what, on the backdrop of it, the rest of the plot has been made. Varghese.
Well, the rest of the plot has been also this big question that we talk about. The other story that has been taken is about Biren Singh's presence within, the committee, the outreach programs that he's making. The cookies have groups, especially the cookie groups, have rejected CM's outreach bid completely. So that is something also worrisome, because when we look at how the situation has been, there have been many forums that they've tried to ensure that there is some kind of a talk taking place, but I don't think so there is any sort of trust that is left when Biren Singh is on that panel, because most of the cookies saying is that they blame him, that he's allegedly responsible for the violence that was perpetrated. So no matter the panels that have been announced by the governor or the center, with Biren Singh being there, it seems that the biggest issue that stops cookies from being on that panel.
His name has been a cause of concern as far as the Kuki community is concerned, and time and again he has mentioned, as Kuki militants, he has been heard saying. So that also hasn't gone down well, not gone down well with the communities in Manipur. And Biren Singh, obviously being the leader of the state, is the onus, the responsibility stays with him to maintain law and order, to maintain peace. But when the situation spiraled out of control, then only first the Home Minister paid a visit to Manipur, and later on Biren Singh also came down to Delhi. And this is not the first time, obviously, he has come here twice or thrice to apprise the Home Minister of the current situation. But yes, as far as the government is concerned, led by Biren Singh in Manipur, they have been facing constant flack, and the lopsided approach, allegedly what it is being called, that the government is not, unbiased as of now. That is something that sentiment is also fanning the fire. And time and again, we have seen how the matters have been taken in their own hands, and both the Kuki and Meitei community are training their guns at each other, leaving the state leadership in limbo and almost non-existential as far as Biren Singh is concerned. The talks of removal of Biren Singh, a new chief minister, the talks of a separate administration, all of them have been emanating from the fact that the people have been losing faith in the state governance there. And for Biren Singh, a tightrope walk indeed. There have been charges and allegations of, deliberate burning of the churches, the issues that have emanated as of now in Manipur. There are certain voices which would say that they were ignored initially, not proper action was taken to nip the situation in the bud itself. And all those political charges and allegations and counter allegations, the fact remains that Manipur, slowly but surely, started to disintegrate from May 3. And today, the situation what we are right now, even the security forces are finding it difficult, if not impossible task, to actually bring peace and restore normalcy in the region.
Well, before we in fact move to the rest of the stories, one last question that we should ask ourselves is this, I think, Pankaj, is Manipur part of India or not? We cannot keep denying it. We are the only channel that kept on, focusing on Manipur, and the rest of them actually followed it. We keep discussing Manipur in our morning meetings. We keep having special shows. Today there is a special show at 4 o'clock, is what I understand from there. So you can tune
Yes.
into that special show as well on Manipur.